What about you, Heath?
What about me, Dan?
Heath, who are you in your family? Where do you fall in terms of funny?
When did you become filled with toffee?
When did? Well, Dan.
Never heard that before?
Never.
You
And I don't have an
candy
answer.
bar?
I don't have an answer about that. Any candy bar comments? It's the first time ever to hear that.
Are you siblings?
2 older,
Okay. Oh,
much.
shit.
I'm 9 years older than my brother, 9 years younger than my brother, 11 years younger than my sister. Definitely the funniest one in the family,
can
but
you
that
fuck
was
them?
not saying much.
Can you fuck them up at will? Like,
Yeah.
You're certainly the funniest one in my family.
Yeah, I am.
Right back in
No,
it.
my dad's funny, but it's like it's sarcasm,
Okay.
like mean, like my brother and sister were 2 years apart, so they would fight a lot, like 4-year-old and 6-year-old or 3-year-old and 5-year-old fight, like that kind of bullshit. And they were a Siberian Husky dog. I was yet to be born, and my sister was calling my brother a butthole, and my dad was like, "That is not a thing. You don't use that word. Don't use that word." And he finally picked up the dog ass end and like lifted its tail up and was like, "That's what you're calling your brother? Is that a nice thing? That's a real pretty thing, isn't it?"
And that put an end to all of it.
That put all into the butthole.
All you needed to do is see a real
butthole
asshole.
That's real pretty, isn't it? That's real pretty, isn't it? It would be like that, kind of. I do have one. Do we have a second?
What
for
was the
one
thing
quick
about the
one?
hose? I remember something about the hose and mud or something like that.
No. It was dog shit and throwing it. Oh, so this was the story I was gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm now born 7, 9, I don't know, and we have a dog, and I had to clean up its shit. Was the job that I had to like scoop it, put it in a bucket, and then throw it in the trash. And we had a fence in the backyard, and I figured out like a lot faster to just throw it right over the fence into just a field. It was just a field. It wasn't someone else's yard. So my dad's over in one part of the yard, gardening, and I'm scooping the shit, and I'm like, I'm just chucking it, like hard white, hard, like, oh, that's white and chalky, gonna fly. Oh, dark, like fine. And then I get to one that's fresh and not solid and doesn't have the density to clear the fence, and so it just like across the fence, and I froze. And my dad's like on his knees, like with a trowel, and I see him freeze. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's a work of art. I don't know why. I'm so glad you didn't do it the way I told you to do it. That is a god. Honey, get a marker. We got a Picasso, and just like fucking berated my 8-year-old self with this just blistering. Like, it would have hurt less if it were an actual pull a switch kind of thing. It was an emotional switch.
You guys have any real early memories of straight up eating cat shit out of a cat litter box? I swear to God, I remember, I have this vaguest memory of being like under the stairs playing in what I thought was like another sandbox with like a brown car.
Yep.
And like, and the reason I remember it was like someone, either my brother or somebody coming out like, what the fuck are you doing? And like, I'm playing in the sandbox. Probably had like smoking it like a cigar.
See?
And they're like, and like everyone, like the family meeting, like so, like no, I don't remember like anybody grabbing me and going, "Come on!" And it was just more like, "Everyone, get over here!"
And watch.
Because it was probably
Danny's
time
shit.
to argue about whose fault it was that this happened. You know, like who's supposed to be watching Daniel? He is in the fucking cat shit, eating it.
That's not where shit eating came in Pickle Rick, is it? Is that like? Was that like a memory that found its way? Because isn't that what the psychiatrist? It's family therapy and shit eating. That's not connected.
No. I mean,
is
well,
it?
I don't know. I mean,
We're getting deep tonight.
I ate shit once when I was a kid.
How long have you been eating poop? Did you have a cat?
3.
So you definitely yeah.
Spencer, did you ever eat cat turds?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like that like someone of the kids, like my parents told stories about that, and I don't know. I remember being in a bathtub and my brother pissing into my mouth. Not really consensually, but
Please join
Yeah.
us on this very special family episode of Harmontown.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Was it like? Was it?
And tell us slowly.
Were you going stop, don't, or was he like? Was you so young that he was like, open
I
your
was
mouth
going
and-
stop don't because I was taking a bath and I did not want the bathtub to be urinated in. I wasn't even thinking that it might go into my mouth. I just already saw that trouble was a brewing. But yeah, no, he pissed in my mouth, and I remember, and I can't not remember, but my parents told me because it's the funniest thing to them, and yeah, it's probably funny. But like, I was like, ah, it's warm and it's sour and it's real bitter. Just live commentating the experience. Like I stopped screaming to commentate.
I demand a boycott.
That happened.
Hashtag peeing in my mouth is over party.
Was there any sort of payback?
No, I was a good person. I didn't pee in things that would cause problems for people. It was great.